Hello and welcome to another episode of the e-commerce coffee break. When we're talking about channels, how to reach your clients, your customers, then one channel I think is completely underestimated, and that's WhatsApp. WhatsApp, a huge communication tool in many, many countries. And I think in e-commerce, there is a good place and a good time for WhatsApp. And if we talk about sales, marketing, and support, WhatsApp is something that all merchants should keep in mind and use for their store. So with me today on the coffee break, I have Prakhar Vats. He's the founding member of limechat.ai, and we discuss how WhatsApp helps you with sales, marketing, and support. Prakhar has been closely involved in limechat's growth from 0 to 250 enterprise e-commerce brands globally. He is a strong believer in the power of hyper-personalized conversion commerce, as I am, and wants to unlock this for e-commerce brands around the world. Limechat is an IE company that helps Shopify brands to use WhatsApp for sales, and they have, as said, worked with 250 brands and have a huge experience on that side. So let's say hello to Prakhar. How are you today?
All good, great. I'm really glad to be here. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Prakhar, walk me through what makes you think that WhatsApp is such a great tool for online merchants.
Absolutely, I'd love to. So if you think about how the e-commerce revolution started, right? The first part of this entire e-commerce revolution was, you're a brick and mortar store owner, or you have a business idea in mind and you want to sell online, right? Suddenly the World Wide Web or the internet became a channel for you, became a medium for you to kind of take your business online. Right. And we've seen that work brilliantly for brands across the globe, not just in a certain, country or a specific region, but across the globe, right? We've seen so many e-commerce merchants come on board, and Shopify and WooCommerce, these companies have, kind of made things so easy, right? Now, if you take a look at it, right, if you take a look at data across, like you also mentioned, it's said in the SaaS industry. I think it holds true for everything, right? Be where your customers are, right? If you take a look at WhatsApp usage across the globe, right? The average user, at least in the subcontinent of India, spends 50 minutes every day on WhatsApp, right? That tells you something. People are spending more and more time on these chat platforms where they can get to interact with their friends and family, and even in my case, and in lots of cases across, I would say, Asia, right? They also use it for work now, right? So they're using this platform for virtually everything under the sun, right? In a way, when it comes to communication. And what we thought was, why should e-commerce not kind of use this opportunity? Why should e-commerce not use this platform, right? So why we think that WhatsApp is a great medium is, very simply put, be where your customers are. Number one. Number two is, it's slightly different in that. Take a look at all marketing and sales channels that we've had till now. Take a look at email and SMS, for example, right? These are all one-way channels in the sense that if you ask an e-commerce brand, right, when was the last time somebody responded to your marketing email, right? You sent them saying, hey, we have a new release or something, right? How many people respond to you? But try doing that once on WhatsApp, or try doing that once on even on an Instagram DM. Just pick your 100 top followers that you have. I'm sure you have millions. Just pick the top 100 and just send them a personalized alert saying, hey, maybe let's say, hey, Prakhar, or hey, Klaus, we're rolling this out. Would love to know your opinion. See how many of them respond. I'll tell you the numbers which we see in India. It's roughly around 45 to 60%, depending on the brand. So it's not a one-way channel in that the brands can not just send a message, but they should also expect messages in return. And this is, this makes it such a high intensity, such a high, I would say, engagement channel, right? That it holds, in a way, it holds a gold mine for e-commerce brands out there in the world. So, as like I said, also, like you also said in the bio, right? I'm a firm believer of personalized conversational commerce, right? WhatsApp is the medium that is shaping up to be, the one channel that can unlock that, personalized conversational commerce across the globe.
Makes total sense. And as you said, it's a two-way communication. And I like the example with the email where you send it in one, never everyone replies to emails. Now, when it comes to customer support, obviously a lot of merchants have the problem that they do not have the manpower to man a chat, an online chat or WhatsApp or any other kind of two-way communication 24/7. AI helps with that. limechat helps with that. Give me an idea on how that works.
I'll give you an idea and I'll give you some numbers. So we started, in early 2020, just as the pandemic struck us, right? I think the foundation day of a company is Pi Day. It's March 14, 2020. And that was the day we officially started with the first brand. And what we realized really early on, that so far the entire world has been looking at support queries with a lens that may not be appropriate. In the sense, before we even started, so right from early 2020, we started analyzing queries that these brands get, right? So in India, we have a few top brands, who are doing, more than, I would say, basically a lot of revenue by selling online. To name a few, it's Mamaearth.in. It's India's first, e-commerce unicorn, right? We have tons of others, right? We started analyzing their data, analyzing all the customer support queries that they were starting to get into the system. And what we realized was that 70 to 80% of them were redundant queries, right? In the sense that in India, shipping and logistics is a minor bit of a problem. People place an order and then they expect instant returns or instant delivery, right? And then they start pinging you saying, hey, where's my order, right? Across the globe as well, mostly what people message you when it comes to support queries, and I'm not speaking about pre-sales queries or people asking questions about products. I'm only speaking strictly in terms of after placing an order, all the support queries that you get, roughly it can be put into 4 buckets. One is where's my order, or track my order. Second is can you modify it? Can I get it into a different shape, color, size, depending on the kind of products you have? Or lastly, it is some people message you and say maybe can you cancel this, right? I placed it by mistake, or maybe I've changed my mind. And this basically is 70% of what you get, right? If you take a look at e-commerce, Shopify is at the center of it, right? Everything is kind of bucketized or containerized. You have your data of collection, you have collection data, your product data, your SKU data, right? Everything's already in there. So if there's a platform or if there's a tool that is smart enough to understand, okay, somebody's asking for a cancellation or a modification, and can make those changes for you in your e-commerce backend, Bob's your uncle, as they say, right? That basically solves it for you. So that's what we built in a way, and the results were astounding, so to speak, in the sense that we've had big, I would say, Shopify Plus merchants coming to us and saying, "Hey, how is this possible?" Right? This was a 30-person support team that I had, and now it's down to 7. Right? So that's actually how much of a prospect it holds, because, like I said, most of what you get is simply redundant stuff that is very, very easily automated. Can be very easily automated.
I think it's a very good example there, saying that because it's redundant, it's always the same coming in, that you can automate it, that AI can help you with that. And then you have the 30% that are basically then queries that are out of the ordinary. And as I said, WhatsApp, a huge channel, not necessarily WhatsApp was built for e-commerce and for sales. Help me to understand how you use or how facilitate WhatsApp for sales and for the 30% where the queries are out of the ordinary.
So I'll answer that question in 2 parts, right? I would address the 30% queries that are not, that cannot be automated, right? There's a very good founder friend of mine. I was speaking to him about this, the same question that you asked me, right? These 30% queries that cannot be automated. And his response was very simple, right? Those are the 30% of people that run my brand, right? Those are the 30% of people who have an actual in-depth suggestion or an in-depth, recommendation that, if I allocate my support talent to those queries, I'm much better off than, just tracking out people's orders or canceling them, right? Luckily for them, we cancel them automatically for them, right, in an automated way. But these 30% queries where somebody is actually coming in and actually has queries and concerns that would help the brand in the long run, these brands are way more than happy to kind of deal with those 30% queries that cannot be automated, right? The second question that you had, the second part of your question was, inherently, if you take a look at WhatsApp, it looks like it's not a channel meant for sales or marketing, right? But take a look at some of the features that now Meta is rolling out. Right now, WhatsApp is all under Meta, right? It's all Insta and Facebook, your WhatsApp, right? Let's take a look at some of the features Meta is rolling out when it comes to WhatsApp, right? And I know obviously because we manage Meta partners across the globe, I will not even speak of things that I know are going to be rolled out in the future. I'll only speak of things that already exist, right? So if you are, and I'll only take the example of Shopify in this case, right? If you are a Shopify merchant, your entire product catalog can be attached to your WhatsApp number. WhatsApp itself is allowing it. You can not only have all of your SKUs populate there, right? You can allow people to come in, select the variant, select the color, select the size, select the size of the bottle or whatever it is, right, that you're selling, right? And it happens automatically between Shopify and your WhatsApp number, right? So WhatsApp in itself is rolling out features that kind of welcome e-commerce merchants from across the globe, right? There's another development. Again, this has not happened in India yet. It's about to be rolled out, but it has already happened in Brazil, where within WhatsApp itself, somebody can come in and then they can just type concerns like, hey, I'm looking for products that can help me with my acne or my hair, or show me black dresses. And WhatsApp in itself will have an in-house store that will link to these brands of sorts. So let's take the example. Let's say I sell t-shirts in India. Somebody comes in and says, hey, I'm looking for 100% cotton t-shirts. Maybe if my marketing is good enough on WhatsApp, or maybe if WhatsApp thinks I'm a good enough brand, it will recommend me. It will recommend my brand to the customer on WhatsApp itself. And then, like I said, somebody can click on my store. Somebody can take a look at all of my products on WhatsApp itself, the descriptions, the size, the colors. And if they choose to make that purchase, completing the entire checkout journey on WhatsApp is also a possibility. We're doing it in India and we're seeing incredible results, right? So these are things that already exist. Like I said, I'll not even speak of something that does not exist right now. I know tons of different things that are going to make WhatsApp a huge and a very solid channel of all three things: marketing, sales, and support, specifically for e-commerce, right? But I'll only speak of things that already exist. So you can bring your store to WhatsApp. You can have all your products on WhatsApp. You can allow people to not only converse with you, but also to complete their entire checkout journey on WhatsApp itself. So that's where Meta is taking WhatsApp as a product. And come to think of it, right? I think they're not really doing anything that is new, right? Take a look at what WeChat does in China, right? It's not only a messaging app, it's not only a communications app, but it's also facilitating, the buying and selling of products, within that app itself, right? So I have, being, kind of breathing e-commerce and chat and WhatsApp, for the past almost 3 years. I know for a fact that this is the direction in which WhatsApp is also going. So and we have, like I said, we have very solid product roadmaps and product releases that from Meta's end itself that suggest the same. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. I think that's absolutely very exciting news that you just told me there, specifically with your background knowing what's already possible in certain countries, and which obviously are features that will come on a global level. And I like the idea that now on WhatsApp, you can basically have the whole marketing funnel and the user journey from A to Z, going from ads through the Meta Ads Manager to the checkout, and stay on the same medium, stay on the same device without going anywhere else. Because that's often a problem, that when people have to switch to a different device or to have to switch in platform, you lose them along the way. Let's talk a little bit about the technical implementation of your solution into Shopify. How does that work?
Oh my, I'll have to, I can do it in 10 seconds. Just, I'll tell you very simply. So install an app. And again, I'll not even take limechat's name. I'll just say in general, if you want to, have WhatsApp, you can do it through your Facebook Manager or Facebook Business Manager itself. With us, it's even more simple. Just install our app. You'll get a CRM which will guide you through all these different steps. So applying for the WhatsApp number, right? So you get a verified badge, you get a green tick on WhatsApp. That's very important to maintain credibility, right? There's one button that will fetch all your products and then populate it on Shopify. Fetch all your products from Shopify and populate it on WhatsApp itself. And there's one button to enable that auto checkout on chat itself. So it's basically that simple. So I have done it so I also happen to run, just for my own testing, I also happen to run an e-commerce brand in India. I have done it for my own brand. I know it doesn't take, For me, it took less than 30 minutes. For somebody else, it might take, 90 minutes. That's basically what the difference is. So yeah, it's incredibly easy to set up.
Okay, so once you have your number and you have the connection with Shopify, what's the next step to get limechat activated and to basically then do the day-by-day job on the app?
Amazing question. So take a look, think about it in this way, right? I personally believe, and I can in a way predict, because I'm seeing the numbers in India and Southeast Asia and some brands in Europe, is very soon, and before brands even know it, chat commerce will be as important as website commerce to them, right? In the sense that, take a look at how you approached building your website online when you started with Shopify, right? The first step was, okay, the website is there, right? So whatever I have explained till now is just about getting your website live, right? Now, what are the other things that you started after you kind of got your website live, right? You improved the product, you improved the the landing pages, you worked on the checkout flow, right? Maybe even a certain thing, you added the Shopify email journeys, right? So in the sense, somebody comes in, abandons the checkout, you send them an alert on WhatsApp, right? Somebody clicks on notify me when this is back in stock, you set up a flow to send an email to them, right? Now, the second part, like I said, once somebody has added their WhatsApp number, and once somebody has started, using WhatsApp as a medium of communication, the second part is setting up the flows, and this is, I cannot begin to tell you how beneficial this is. So think about all the messaging that you're already doing. I will not even introduce a new topic to you right now. I'll just say all the messaging that you're currently doing, right? And even forget all the money-making campaigns. I will not go into cart recoveries and all of those things, which people generally perceive as spam. But just think about somebody's placed an order, right? And you inform them on their email, right? What about try doing it on WhatsApp, saying, hey, thanks for your order, right? We're packaging it. We'll let you know when it's shipped. Just in case you want to check it out, here is a link, or not even a link. Just click this button to see the rest of the collection and see what people frequently buy together, right? And take a look at the kind of response you get on chat. It's going to be substantially, like I said, I cannot begin to tell you how much of a difference you'll see, but it's going to be much, much, much higher than you're expecting, right? So in the sense, I'll give you an example. So a particular brand in India, we're working with them. So they're in the makeup, the cosmetic space, right? And they usually have products that go really well together. So if you buy a primer, right, you more or less want the foundation, or you more or less want the serums or the face, the things to go with it. So what happens is they run certain ads on Meta, on Facebook, people click on that ad, people come to their website, people purchase, right? Now, what we did for these people was that, hey, thanks for placing an order, but your order is incomplete without these additional things, right? And just click on this button and we'll complete the checkout for you on WhatsApp itself. Bam, right? A 30% increase in, I would say, the overall retention that the brand was seeing, because this was happening for each and every SKU. So to facilitate this, we've built in a way, I'm sure I'll not use jargons here, but everybody knows Klaviyo, right? Klaviyo is something you use for setting up your marketing automations. So we've built something specifically for WhatsApp, right? And the only difference is that not only setting these journeys, but an important part about dealing with customers on WhatsApp is being prepared for what they're going to answer next. So let's say you send them this message. What if somebody responds with this, right? What do you respond then? Because, this is certainly a new territory, right? Nobody has kind of experimented with this before. Everybody's kind of, built their expertise in sending the right messages, but nobody's built their expertise for, handling the right responses or the right questions. So it is different from any other mode of marketing, and why we needed to build that platform is because not only you can build any campaign that you want on WhatsApp, but you can also configure responses. So any message that goes, you can configure 2 quick responses under that whatever you're expecting people to respond with, just put them as buttons, and you will see your engagement skyrocket. That's effectively what I would say. Even if I would say you don't want to use a specialized app, let's say you're a very early stage brand, do it manually. Do it for the first 100 clients that you have, and take a look at how well people perceive this. And then obviously, we can help you if you want. But that's effectively how it is. So the using WhatsApp, and let's say I'll not even, if I don't even use the word WhatsApp here, using hyper personalized conversational commerce, right? WhatsApp happens to be the favorite tool globally, but using hyper personalized conversational commerce is basically, the way of going forward, right? I would say this is effectively how commerce will start to happen, before you even know it. Like I said, I'm seeing so many trends. We're seeing trends not just in India. India happens to be a very WhatsApp friendly country, but even areas like Singapore, even areas like Malaysia, right? Even areas like the Middle East, areas like, some brands in Germany, in France, right? They're seeing amazing retention simply because they're not just sending messages, they're allowing people to respond to them, right? And I'll be honest, a lot of people respond with saying, hey, why are you sending me this? I don't actually need to converse with you. That is a part of it. I cannot not address it, right? That is a part of it. People will respond saying, I don't want this automation, I don't want this messaging from you. It's just with every message we send a button saying, hey, if you want to opt out, click on this. But so far people are seeing amazing and incredible value. Brands see incredible results, and that's basically what keeps us going.
Okay, no, I think that's a very good summary. And one point, and you touched on that one, is that if you receive a WhatsApp message, there is like a 99% chance that you will open it. It's like SMS text messages. In US, SMS text messages, where whoever has used that as a merchant knows how high the opening rates are. But with that, there's a whole legal string there, or how often you should send, and all of these things, which obviously with WhatsApp fall away. So I think just the power that you have through WhatsApp in a positive way to reach your customer is much higher than SMS text marketing. Let me ask you about once you have all the setup and everything is done, is there sort of a learning curve for you as a merchant? I think you touched briefly on that. What do you think? How long will it take between the implementation and everything is running smoothly?
I would again approach this in two parts. One is the learning curve when it comes to using WhatsApp. I would say it's just, it's you and your brand. We're just connecting you through a medium that's much more, engaging. So I think brands already know how to engage with their customers. That doesn't involve a learning curve at all. The second part, I think, where a learning curve is, I wouldn't even call it a learning curve, so to speak. I mean, it's basically just learning a new way of marketing, in the sense that WhatsApp requires you to get certain messages approved before you send them, so as to, not allow brands to spam people, right? That's the only thing you need to be mindful of. So any and every message you want to send, just, apply for it in the Meta catalog, the Meta business suite once. It takes 30 minutes on most occasions. They just check for spam words like extra discount and rush to the website now, things like those, because those are, accepted as being spammy, which I truly believe, that no brand should ever be doing that, right? It should be everything that should be on WhatsApp should be conversational. You're putting the customer in control. You're not just, imposing yourself on them. So yeah, I think that's basically it. So in terms of a learning curve, I don't think there is any, right? You just need to learn how to send these messages. Everything else we already have, on the platform. So you want to send a mass broadcast, you want to send to, let's say, 1,000 people who already are customers. You want to ask them what they would want in terms of discount for the next 2 months. You can just, configure a message, send them, configure the buttons, configure even the right responses to those buttons, and send them that message. All the automated messages that go for, cart recoveries, for order confirmation, for, let's say, somebody's order has been shipped to the wrong address, or maybe the brand is not. There's an interesting use case here. I'll tell you about it. So there's this brand who we recently did a webinar with as well. It's called Sometime by Asian Designers, right? And they had a use case where they sell bags online, and people can get their names engraved on those bags. So these are leather bags, obviously very high quality. And you can type in your name on the website, and these people would engrave your names on their bags, and then send it to you. What happened with them was a lot of people skipped putting their right name, or a lot of people, made typos and all of those things. So these folks just configured a flow on our platform. They'll select all the orders where they thought, okay, maybe engraving these names might be, might bring in problems. So just send them a WhatsApp message asking them for confirmation. And that was a very simple message. Hey, thank you so much for your order. but do you confirm this is the name that we're moving forward with? Do you confirm yes or no? People who said yes, instantly, they said, okay, thanks, we're printing it and we'll let you know as soon as it's on the way. People who said no, very simply, there was another follow-up message configured saying, hey, okay, what would you want the name to be? And they would type on chat itself, the system would pick it up and then forward it. Obviously, there were, again, 10 to 20% people who, said something like, I'm not understanding this or that. For them, obviously, the agent got on chat and then they started conversing and then got the right response out of them. But for 80% people, this worked like a charm, in the sense that the brand, which otherwise would have had to call these people saying, hey, this, that, it's just configure a flow, click send, and that automatically starts happening. So the moment you mark something as, let's say you configure a tag on Shopify, if you put that tag on your Shopify CRM, this message goes automatically. That's the power of WhatsApp. Again, imagine if this happened on email, right? Half of the people will never even look at their email for the next 30 days. Another half would open it and then be like, let's leave it, right? But it's WhatsApp, right? They're using it for almost 40 to 50 minutes per day. Why would they not respond to you, and why would they not do it? So that's what WhatsApp brings to the table, I'd say.
Okay, amazing, Prakhar. Prakhar, give me a bit of an overview about the pricing of limechat. How does that work?
Right. So the pricing is incredibly simple. It's basically, we don't charge you anything. We basically charge you on the basis of your usage, right? So you get the platform, we let you run each and every, like I said, you get the full Jaunty, you get the entire platform where you can configure all your marketing automations, where you can configure all the bot flows that you want, where you can configure the CRM, all of those things. And just on the basis of the conversations that you have, we charge you on the basis of that. So if it's a non-automated conversation, let's say the bot is not involved, any and every response is being handled by your agents itself, we'll charge you 8 cents per conversation. If it's something where the bot is involved, we'll charge you 12 cents per conversation. And a conversation is not a message, it's a 24-hour long interaction with the customer. So per conversation, not per message. So 8 cents and 12 cents, that is it. There's a fixed fee, which basically is, so signing up, roughly, I think $99 or $49. Again, depending on the scale that you have. We also have enterprise pricings, because, there are some really big brands that work with us who have, and basically we're in India with just our top few clients, we're sending over 1 million messages of 1 million marketing messages per day. So that's basically to give you an idea of the scales of our brands of this scale. We also have, enterprise pricing, but more or less, I think for 90% of the brands, the $99 plan and the $149 plan, that works for them.
Okay, where can people find more about limechat?
You can go to limechat.ai. You can take a look at our app on Shopify, or if you're somebody who's really new to WhatsApp and you want to, what I've said sounds interesting to you, but you have troubles about understanding how to use it, always feel free to ping me on LinkedIn. I'm Prakhar Vats. Just really something special, just because I'm on this podcast, and just because Klaus, we've had this amazing discussion on Shopify itself. Once you sign up, if you happen to inform us that you've come after seeing this podcast, we're offering an additional 20% discount for the next 3 months. So up until March 2023, any and everybody who's coming through your podcast, any and everybody who's coming through the E-commerce Break podcast gets an additional 20% off. The keyword is Klaus, C-L-A-U-S. Please, I hope I'm not getting that. Yeah, I'm getting that right. So right. C-L-A-U-S in caps. Just tell that to us, and we'll waive off 20% of your monthly fee.
Excellent. That's a great offer. I think the listeners will definitely love that, and I hope a lot of them will sign up for that. Prakhar, thanks so much for giving us a very good overview of the power of WhatsApp and sales marketing. And I think that will be one of the biggest marketing channels in 2023. And let's see how it goes. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Klaus. Thank you for your time.
Hey, Klaus here. Before you go, I would like to invite you to become part of the e-commerce merchant pro community to get actionable advice from other Shopify merchants who already have achieved what you are aiming for. Our community is a safe place to actively grow your online retail business with the support of the most amazing and helpful group of e-commerce entrepreneurs behind you. Running a Shopify business is tough. Don't do it alone. Join us now. You will find the link in the show notes. Also, if you think your online store has conversion or marketing issues and you would like to have a fresh set of eyes on your business, then drop me an email at klaus@klauslauter.com and let me know a little bit about your business. It might be beneficial for you to have me look over your store, offers, emails, and ads, and get an unbiased outside perspective and guidance to help you make most of your online business. Thank you as always for tuning in today. I appreciate you. Until next time, and I talk to you soon.